Hello everyone, this is Karl-Heinz, and this video recording is about our final project, and we are going to talk about social media management, and our main subject will be Tim Hortons reviews. So first I'm going to start the recording by presenting our team. So I'm the data analyst of this project. I'm going to talk, to give an overview about what we're going to talk about. Moises and Supriya are our programmers. They are going to talk about the code we developed to scrape data and to do the sentimental analysis. And Hari Krishnan is our business analyst. He's going to talk about the insights and the visualizations for the project. Just talking a little bit about the subject, the two main topics that we're going to explore are web scraping and sentimental analysis. So web scraping, it's the process to extract piece of data from a website and to use it in another tool or another data source. For example, a database to import to a data visualization tool. And sentimental analysis, it's the process to access the tone of a transcript and create categories of a certain text or a certain comment, and to analyze if it got a good outcome or a bad one. For this project, we are going to create 3 categories that are positive, neutral, and negative. Talking about the data source that we use for this project are the Google Reviews. Google Reviews are a tool provided by Google that shows information and help business to verify how good their. Now talking about the data source that we are using is Google Reviews, and Google Reviews it's a tool provided by Google that shows information about business, about stores and many places, and it shows how good and how well a business or a store it's seen by the population. So our focus for this project will be on reviews of Tim Hortons restaurants in the city of Barrie. The tools that we used in this project, the development environment was PyCharm, where we developed a code to scrape data and to do sentimental analysis using Python and the library NLTK. And we also used the Google API to connect to Google Reviews. After that, we imported our data to a database on MongoDB, and this data is visualized on Tableau. Talking about the data model that we use for this project, we have our identifier, our ID, we have the name of the restaurant, the address where it is located, the status of the business, if it's active, open or not, the image URL, we have the rating of the business, the review, that it's a text that users write, we have the customer rating, and we have the geographical coordinates of the place. And now Moises is going to talk a little bit about the flowchart and the code.
Hello everyone, this is Moises, and I'm going to talk about a little bit of the code implementation that we use for this project. So before that, we are going to review the flowchart of the code. So we have a Python script where we have defined several activities. The first one is retrieving the reviews by scraping them by using the Google API. Then we are cleaning the data in the reviews. Then we are calculating sentimental analysis, posting the data in the MongoDB, and finally we are generating a CSV and a JSON file. Once we have the JSON file, we are moving to Tableau in order to visualize the data. Then this is actually the code. The first part, we have the libraries that we have used. As you can see, the first is the Google Maps API, and we are also using the NLTK library and the PyMongo and some others such as pandas and the time for the purpose of this assignment. So the first thing that we are doing is providing the code, the MongoDB credentials, and also the Google API app key, and the same for this to retrieve all the information. Okay, so now moving to the code. This is the part where we are retrieving all the places and reviews. So for that, I'm going to open the ID to explain better. So everything starts in here. So we are making use of the Google API in order to retrieve all the places, first of all, that we would like to get the reviews from. So as you can see, we are sending the query to the API. In this case, we are we are searching for Tim Hortons in Barrie, Ontario, Canada, and we are going to get all the results in this list of this list. So once we have that, because of the API only is capable to giving us 3 pages, we are getting the token for the next page, and we are iterating 3 times, so we are going to get about 60 results from all the places, and we are retrieving the information for every single page. So now we would like to make sure that every single result that we are retrieving is actually from Barrie, Ontario, Canada. Otherwise, we are not interested on those ones. So we are filtering the data, and we are just keeping the ones which are actually in Barrie, Ontario. And then, since we are interested in the top 4 Tim Hortons, we are sorting, first of all, the Tim Hortons, and we are getting the ones with the more reviews. Once we have the 4 ones, with the top 4 Tim Hortons, we are just keeping those in a separate list, and that's what we are doing in here. And finally, once we have the 4 places that we would like to have in our final data structure, we would like to retrieve the information that we would like to visualize later in the Tableau. So this for loop is helping us on that regards. We are retrieving every single information. As you can see here, we are retrieving the place ID, the business status, the format address, and this matches exactly the same table in the data flow chart that was presented earlier. So as you can see here, we are getting that, and this part is interesting because in here we are getting every single review. In this case, we are getting only 200 reviews per place. And the reason is because the API is limited to a certain amount of reviews. Otherwise, we will have to pay if we want to retrieve more reviews. But actually, this can be achieved by having a premium account. In this case, we decided to use only 200 and this relevant information. Once we have gotten all the information, we are storing that data in a structure. This is a list of dictionaries. And as you can see, this is information that we are retrieving for every single place. So at the end, we are going to have 100 records, and all the information is going to be posted and in the MongoDB. So next, Supriya is going to explain us about data cleaning, sentiment, and analysis, and how are we posting the data on the MongoDB.
Professor, I'm Supriya, and I'll explain you about how we have done the sentiment analysis of all the script data. So for that, let me show you the code. So initially what we are doing is we are actually passing the whole data to the function that is data cleaning, and in that we are actually cleaning the data before we start analyzing the sentiments of all the reviews. So first we are converting all the characters in the data into lowercase, and then removing all the punctuation and storing it in the same collection, that is data, under review update index, and then we are passing it, iterating that in further for loop, as you can see here. And then and that what we are doing is removing further words like is the a, and then we are actually using NLP function for converting few words into its base form of a word, and then it's saved in the same index, and it's passed as in whole, the whole data has been passed to another function, that is sentiment analysis. And in that we are actually doing the analysis of all the reviews, and in that we have used NLTK library for calculating the score. And as you can see, we are using the polarity score for categorizing the reviews we have saved. So if the polarity score is less than 0.05 and greater than -25, it's it's the review is considered as a neutral, whereas it's greater than equal to 2.5 and not 1, it's considered as a positive. So on. If it's don't satisfy either of the conditions, then it's a negative review. So this is how we are actually analyzing all the reviews and then storing in the same uh, key of the dictionary, and then it's passed to another function that is post data MongoDB. In that we are actually passing the whole data and it's getting saved in the MongoDB. And further what we are doing is converting, we are generating a JSON file, and it's used for further analysis by another colleague. So this is how our database look like. Our database name is final assignment, whereas our table name is Tim Hortons. So this is how our records look like in MongoDB. We have stored complete data. We have script from the web, the Google reviews with its ratings and all. So yeah, here I'll end my recording, and now Hari will talk about further analysis. Thank you.
Hello. So we are analyzing the data collected, the reviews collected of Tim Hortons in Barry. We have collected of 4 different Tim Hortons within Barry. So yeah, it is interesting to know that how people reviewed, and yeah, how they are evaluated by the customers of the restaurant. So as you know, Tim Hortons is a very common and very famous restaurant chain in Canada, and also there are many of the franchises are there in the city of Barrie, and we are taking the main 4. And yeah, let's go to the analysis. So we have 4 Tim Hortons. The first one is the Tim Hortons on Surgeon Drive. So it is comparatively a good one, and it has 50% of positive reviews and 29% of negative reviews. And most of the ratings, there are too many. Only the problem is there are too many 1 rating. So here we are showing the location, and here is the image. In the case of second one in the Dunlop, here also the when we changes the name, the image changes, and also the location changes. So this one got more 5-star rating than the previous one, and it has more positive reviews also. So and in the third one, it is the same as the first one. It has 50% positive reviews and 32% negative reviews. Comparatively, the trend is always the neutral reviews are like less. That is because of the strategy that we have chosen to differentiate positive, neutral, and negative reviews. And the last one, the one in the Bayfield, and this has got the most number of positive reviews and also most number of 5-star rating in Barrie. So and most of the people are talking about in all the cases, most of the people are talking about service and staff. In mostly they are talking about that in the reviews. Here also it's service and staff. Service, staff, coffee, these things are too much in the reviews. So so yeah, that is about the presentation, and we will go to the conclusion. So yeah, in the conclusion, like we can say that the best Tim Hortons in Barrie is the Tim Hortons in Bayfield. It has got 63% of positive reviews, and also it has got 43% of it's the rating is 5-star rating. 43% rating is 5-star rating, and the worst one we can say that it is like um, um, that is Tim Hortons in Duckworth Street. Yeah, it has got the maximum number of 1-star rating and only 50% of positive reviews. So in general, we can say that generally in Barrie, users have good opinion about Tim Hortons, and in most cases, 50%. In the worst case, even the worst case, 50% of the reviews are positive, and only 32% is negative. And other other common conclusion can be they are mostly talking about the service. So most of the Tim Hortons service are, we can assume that it is good in most of the Tim Hortons. And about the locations, the Tim Hortons locations are like it's everywhere. Like whenever there is
a small town, there will be a Tim Hortons. That is how that is located in the city of Barrie. And also, yeah, in general, it has got good reviews and good customer feedbacks. So that's all about the presentation. Thank you very much from the team. Thank you.